Hey, before I kick off the podcast, I just want to shout out Next Door Clothing. Next Door, a clothing brand based out of Bondi in Sydney. They're making really nice jeans and shirts and hats. So go and check out their full range at nextdoorsydney.com. They're also artists, so you can go and check out a range of art. They put on rad parties, and I love what they're doing. So nextdoorsydney.com for the full range. Get it done. Oh, shit. Okay. This is for Clementine and Otis. All right, so shout-outs today to our sponsors, Indosol. Get some flip-flops or slides made from repurposed motor vehicle tyres. They look sick. You can do your part for the environment and become a conscious consumer. Go to www.indosol.com. That's INDOSOLE, where you'll be automatically directed to the distributor in your region. Delivery is fast, and if you use code THT at checkout for a discount, you get 15% off. So get on it, especially, in these summer months, man. Get some Indosols. Also, the Survival Apnea course. I've done this course. I love this course. I've been talking a lot about this course. Founder Augusto Vegas, he's a big wave surfer from Peru and friend of mine. He'll have you holding your breath for 4 or 5 minutes underwater. But what I'm really loving about it is the not just the physical resilience that you develop, but the mental resilience that you develop when you're in that state of duress, that state of like struggling for air. And when you can harness mental energy and mental focus in that state, it just feels like life gets easier. It's developed confidence. It's also developed, deeper levels of meditation for me. So that's effectively what you're doing when you're holding your breath. You're going into these meditative states and finding, calm and peace in the chaos. So it's a bit of a metaphor for life, but I'm serious. It really, really works. So if you go to survivalapnea.com, that's survivalapnea.com, and use code THT podcast at checkout, you'll get a 20% discount. All right, let's go.
I'm having a good time.
You are?
Yeah.
I can tell.
And we are rolling too.
Terrible happy talks. Terrible happy talks. Terrible happy talks. Terrible happy talks. Today's guest is Sam Giles. Sam is a sponsored skateboarder and member of the legendary skate brand Super Happy Fun Crew. At his peak, Sam was among a handful of Australian skateboarders who achieved the dream of making a living from skateboarding for a period of time. Like many of the best to do it, these were never his reasons for skating. However, he has won numerous high-profile competitions and gained consistent exposure in some of the most respected skateboarding and mainstream media outlets in Australia and America. For me, Sam is one of those rare individuals who possesses a focus and determination that's on another level. Combined with natural athleticism, watching Sam on a skateboard live is an awe-inspiring experience that leaves you shaking your head in disbelief. He's art in motion, in my opinion. So today, Sam is with me to share his journey, experiences, challenges, and hopes for the future. Sam Giles, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Wow, that was epic.
Was it?
Thank you.
Yes, brother. Dude, you're epic. Man, I'm going to get straight into it. Why are you so good at skateboarding?
I think I'm just being addicted. That's all it is. Just when you're that addicted, you just do it all the time. So,
like, what draws you to it, though? Like, what aspect of skateboarding draws you in? Is it the look, the feel?
Wow. Everything about it, I think. I think for street skating, which is what I grew up doing, it was just something I could do anytime, anywhere. And it just felt, it always has felt like it's freeing, because the way a normal person would use a footpath or set of stairs, a rail, whatever it is in the streets, I get to use it in a different way. It's just like, instead of, something being a designed way that everyone's supposed to go about their life, the whole world's open to me now, and I get to look at everything through different eyes. That's the best part about skating, I think.
Like, I kind of feel like as a skateboarder, you become ruined because you never look at the urban environment the same. Like, I don't is it safe to say you'll never look at a set of stairs or a handrail the same again?
No way.
Anywhere you go.
Yeah, I think like even like older skaters than me, like that don't really skate that much anymore. Like whenever I hang out with them, they're still, you know, if I'm driving in a car with them, their eyes are still looking at everything and, you know, going, oh, look at that. You could use it like that. You could, you know, there's a gap there. There's, you know, so I don't think it ever turns off once you've been in it.
You often hear a lot of skateboarders say like, you know, it's an individual pursuit. Like you don't have to rely on anyone else to do it.
Yeah.
Is that something that appeals to you?
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. You can, you know, just do it whenever you want to do it.
Is that how you felt as a kid?
Definitely. I was just, you know, out the front of my house every day, just on the road with my rail, wax up the gutter, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't have to have a partner to kick the ball with, you know. It was just me and my board. And
you like that time alone?
For sure. Like I can skate by myself or with people, but I probably prefer, you know, when there's a vibe going with people, but sometimes it's nice just to skate by yourself. And yeah, I actually learn probably more stuff when I'm by myself, you know, just.
Why is that? There's no distraction or?
I think just no distraction and just, you know, you're free to just fuck up a million times and it doesn't matter, you know.
Like you can kook out.
Yeah, exactly. Just look like an idiot and it's fine.
Yeah. That's a big thing, I think, in skateboarding. I think when you turn up to a skate park, there's a bit of apprehension about how you'll look and stuff. But, you know, because I'm really into surfing as well, skateboarding is one of the few places where you can be a bit of a beginner, but if other skaters see you really trying your best and you land a trick, like everyone's going to cheer for you. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I see it heaps at skate parks, like.
Mostly.
Yeah, like some guys like get intimidated to skate just because there might be a few good guys skating or whatever. And I just think, you know, it wouldn't matter at all if they just look like the biggest kook. Like no one's going to care. They're just going to get encouraged. But I've actually just started surfing recently, and now I fully get it because I don't want to, you know, get in someone's way in the surf. So it's like I'm just avoiding it altogether as well. Just
dude, like, and I can say this now because I have surfed for many years as well.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, if you're a beginner in the surf, and you're probably going to get yelled at for that.
Yeah.
You know, it's a different environment. And I'm actually quite repelled by that aspect of surf culture. Like, I'll say it.
Yeah, right.
As opposed to skateboarding, where there's a lot more love. There's a lot more of a fellowship almost. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel it
for sure. Yeah. There's no like territorial stuff going on, or it's just.
Why do you think there's a difference there, in your opinion? If you had to analyze it,
it's hard to say. Maybe just because of maybe in the surf you're a bit further apart or something. Like you're not going to have as many chats. Where you know, at a skate park, you know, if you're going to be an asshole to someone, it's going to get weird real quick. You know. Yeah. I guess there are the rare few out there that are like that, but yeah, I'm not about that.
Nah, my take on it is the ocean is such a dynamic environment, and you know the good waves aren't there every day. You know, so they become a lot more like a prized possession when they are there.
Okay,
and the moments are more fleeting. Whereas this is just my take on it. Whereas like a skate park, it's not really changing; it's always there. So. The crowds will fluctuate, but
that makes sense. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I still think there's never any reason for yelling at anyone in the surf or anywhere. So So you like growing up? Like, do you want to tell us where you grew up?
So I grew up in Farnborough Heights, like just Wollongong.
And Wollongong geographically is on the southeast coast of Australia.
Yeah. And moved to Tassie when I was 15, 16.
Oh, yeah.
And lived there till I was 18. Just was in Hobart.
With your family?
Lived with my sister and her husband for maybe a year and a bit, and then with my mate Moe, who became a pretty well-known skate photographer as well.
So what prompted the move down there, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, at the time, my mum actually just moved out with a boyfriend and just stopped paying the rent. So I had to go somewhere. So my sister just, put her hand up to take me in. So yeah, straight out of high school, like I finished school in year 10, then just moved to Tassie.
That would have been a challenging time.
Yeah.
How do you think it's impacted on you now you're a bit older in life?
I think it was actually amazing going there. It was so good to get out of the gong, see different skateboarders. Like skateboarding really opened up for me even more when I was in Tassie. Just the amount of talent there was crazy when I got there.
Really?
It stepped me up a few levels. But and I just had the most fun ever. Like
really?
Yeah.
Did you expect that?
No, I didn't know what to expect actually, but yeah, once I was there, it just ended up being probably the funnest couple of years of my life. Like
really?
Yeah.
No way.
So I pretty much just scammed Centrelink most of that time and was just partying and skating.
Yeah. Not working?
No.
Not going to school?
Well, that was kind of how I scammed Centrelink. I signed up to homeschooling and you could just send back like a half done assignment or whatever and you still get paid. Like, so I failed everything and then you'd still get your Centrelink payment.
Yeah. So school... Hey, listen, I was on Oz Study too, man. I was the same. Like I was on, low SES background, fully supported in that respect, which I'm very grateful for. And like, aren't we lucky to have this sort of country?
Yeah, for sure.
And if it wasn't for them, like maybe you wouldn't have been the inspirational skateboarder that you've become.
Yeah. So thank you, Centrelink.
Sponsored. First sponsor?
Yeah, first sponsor, Centrelink.
Dude, it's so funny. So like, school wasn't really on your priority list?
No, I was never into school, to be honest. Yeah,
Why?
I think I was just always preoccupied with sport and skating. Like, I think just my way of expressing myself is through my body. So just having to sit in a chair all day was just felt wrong to me,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm feeling you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there ever like a period of time, like when you were younger at school, like that you actually were engaged with it? And if you were, what were the kind of subjects that you might have been engaged with? Do you remember?
Oof. I honestly don't think I was engaged with any of the academic ones, but
really?
Maybe just PE. But yeah, like I still did all right through school. Like I managed, never really failed much, but I'd just cram stuff in at the last second and pass somehow. But.
Yeah. And so you signed up to homeschooling just out of curiosity. Was that because you felt you had a legal obligation, or was there anyone in your life actually at the time making you go to school?
I think my sister just might have just suggested I do it, just to be doing something if I'm not going to work. And I thought, that'd be sweet if I can do that and get paid for it. Like, might as well do that.
Sweet.
Yeah, which I guess what heaps of uni students do, like just stay their lifers, But
it's true. It's funny because it's true, man. Yeah. But they're academics too, I guess.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you started skating?
I was 7. I when I started. And then maybe 9 when I was like fully addicted.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like in those years, like what were you said you grew up in Farnborough Heights, so were you hitting like, when did you start hitting Fairy Meadow Skate Park?
I probably started hitting Fairy Meadow at 11 or 12 because I moved to Taraji at 11. So, yeah.
So there's been a bit of moving around in your early years, yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you mind if I ask why?
At 11, my parents split up. So I moved to Taraji with my mum, my brother and my sisters. And after that, lived in a few other places, North Gong.
Yeah.
And maybe somewhere else. I can't remember.
And do you think, like, without going too deep into it, like, in those times was skateboard, because moving around would be quite unsettling for a young person.
Yeah.
Do you think that skateboarding was that stable factor in your life, something you could turn to? to
For sure. And so many of my friends were like almost a decade older than me. So I just felt like I just had a family in skateboarding that was actually old enough to kind of take care of me anyway. So, I was always going on trips. Like, these guys were buying me food all the time. It was just
really
skateboarding was, amazing for me as a kid.
it gave you a family?
Fully. Yeah. I was just never home. Like, just always out skating, always on a trip somewhere.
Didn't want to be home? Not really.
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal if I was or wasn't, but I just way prefer to be out skating, like yeah.
You hear it so often, like you hear so often people saying like, like skateboarding becomes a family, like the friends you make. Like, I mean, I can immediately relate to your experiences. Like, I mean, unfortunately, I hated being at home, in my teen years as well. And the friends I made in skateboarding, they became like a family, the older brothers. And I was always the younger one too. They seemed to take you under your wing. Like,
real cool.
In a good and bad way too. Like, I mean, they probably exposed me to things that I shouldn't have been doing.
For sure.
At that age.
Yeah. Some of mine for sure too. But I don't know. I just think I just got to have a heaps fun teenage years, because of these guys. So,
I can see the look on your face, like you just immediate big smile. That's cool, man. So, after that time in Hobart, so you moved back to Wollongong.
I moved, back to Wollongong for a girlfriend, and then
that you met up here.
Yeah, I came back for a holiday to Wollongong, and then hooked up with this girl, and then I went back to Tassie for 3 days, packed some stuff, and just flew back. And then we ended up breaking up after a month anyway, because I met another girl, and then I ended up marrying that girl. So,
right.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask, are you still married?
No, we're divorced now.
Okay.
Yeah. So we split up a bit over 2 years ago, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's interesting. I mean, following your heart is never a bad idea in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many times I've probably moved for a girl as well.
Yeah.
And I know friends that have done it too.
Yeah.
But if you had to reflect on making that decision to move back for a girl, like, do you have any regrets or?
No, I don't have any.
You don't wish you stayed in Tassie?
I mean, I can see some good things about if I had have stayed. Like at the time I was living with Moe, and me and Moe were out on missions a fair bit, taking photos, and it wasn't long after he really like pursued it as a career and did well as a skate photographer. So it might have made things easier for me in that regard, but I still managed to, do all that when I was here anyway.
Like, I guess too, having a friend like that, I mean, did it become like not codependent, what's the word? Like coexisting relationship, like he was taking photos and video of you, helping your skate career, and you were in turn helping his photography career? Yeah,
I guess it always kind of goes like that. Yeah.
It happens a lot, hey?
Yeah.
So who was it when you moved back up here then? Who were some photographers that you were drawn to?
I was always hanging out with Guy Miller when I first moved back here. So me and Guy and another guy, Drakey, was filming me.
Yeah, nice.
But Guy was me, Drakey and Guy were always on a mission, trying to make stuff happen.
Were you sponsored by Juice Clothing?
No, I wasn't. No.
Guy didn't sponsor you?
No, well, I might have already had other stuff going on, so it wasn't possible. But yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Guy's always helped me so much, though.
Yeah. I love Guy.
Yeah.
Guy's actually been on the podcast.
Yeah.
I forget what episode it is, but
yeah. I actually saw that yesterday, but I haven't. Yeah, I've still got to give it a listen. But I'm interested to listen to that one.
No, Guy, I've always found him like in the skate. You know how sometimes I think the skate scene, especially around Sydney, I mean in the 90s, because that's sort of my era, it had a tendency to be a little bit pretentious and a little bit cliquey.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was never really in that. I was never really I guess notable skateboarder or anything like that. But Guy always just had this vibe. Like he'd sort of he'd be very welcoming and open and kind to everyone. I never seen any ego about him. So
For sure.
Guy, if you listen to this, there's your one compliment for 2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's a legend. Legend.
So you sponsored by Kingpin Skate Shop then?
I am, yeah.
Still?
Yeah, still now. So still
nice.
hassling Guy and Joey Lines at, turning up to the warehouse, trying to find my stuff.
What do you mean your stuff?
Well, my shoes from Vans actually get sent to Kingpin, but they always end up just lost in the warehouse.
I've been to that warehouse.
Yeah,
it looks kind of organised though.
Yeah, it's pretty organised, but they've got just thousands of Vans, so sometimes it can be a mission.
Dude, what's it like being sponsored by Vans? Like, is it like Christmas every time you get a package?
It is, yeah. You never get old of getting free stuff. It's good. Yeah.
Especially Vans.
Yeah, the best.
How did that sponsorship come about?
I actually hit up Andrew Mapstone a couple of years ago. Just sent him a message. Oh no, I might have just called him, I think, and just asked him if I could ride for them. At the time, I was on Converse shoes, and I just wasn't vibing it. So I hit up Andrew, and it's just been awesome ever since.
Nice. Like for those that aren't aware, like what's the expectation on you from a sponsor like that right now at this stage in your career? Is there any?
Yeah, I feel like I've got it pretty easy at the moment, but I don't want to, I want to do what I can still for them. And, I've still been filming a little bit, trying to get together another video part. But I feel like I did a fair bit when I was younger. So I've been able to milk it a bit in my elder years, but yeah, I guess I've got to still start doing some stuff.
I was going to say, how long can you milk that for?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, but we'll have to find out, I think.
You don't want to get that phone call, dude.
No, I don't. No. But.
It's funny because I was just listening to a podcast with Andrew Reynolds just today. Actually, he was on the Nine Club. He's been on the Nine Club a few times, and he's actually one of my personal favourite skateboarders. Like, he's the boss, really. But I also identify with his lifestyle outside of skateboarding, very much so. And he was, he only recently got on Vans in America recently.
Yeah.
But he was actually saying on his podcast today that, he's actually starting to prepare to film another part, and he feels like he hasn't been doing enough work for the brand. And
wow.
And it's like, holy shit, you're Andrew Reynolds. Like, I kind of feel like you don't need to do anything anymore.
For sure. I feel like he could just milk it for another 20 years or for the rest of his life. Yeah.
He could, right?
Yeah, he doesn't have anything left to prove.
Yeah. But like, are there general expectations like, you're just skating regularly and,
Yeah, I guess just always exposing brands is, being out there and whatever.
What, in the skate park?
Yeah.
In the streets?
In the streets, in the skate park,
What if you're not getting photos though? What if you're not pumping up your Instagram or?
I think you still need to compete maybe every now and again. Like, I kind of pick some comps I still like to go in, Belco Bowl Jam and
you're going that?
West Hobart Bowl Jam, just stuff that's, it's a comp, but it's like relaxed. It's basically a piss up, but yeah,
it's a comp.
It's still exposure and, gets people hyped on.
Yeah. Everyone's still pushing the limits of those things. Like no one's.
For sure. Everyone still tries hard because the vibe just gets hectic at those places, Yeah.
Would you consider yourself an ATV?
An ATV?
Yeah. All-terrain vehicle?
Oh.
Skate anything? Never heard that?
No.
Come on, man.
I feel like I can kind of skate a bit of everything, but I don't know if I excel in any one aspect of it though. Like,
Really?
I kind of just feel like I'm kind of average all round.
Average all round? Come on, dude.
Yeah.
I turned up at DIY spot in Wollongong here. Can we say the name? I don't know. But at Mavs.
Yeah.
And you kick, and like I knew you hadn't been there long because I didn't get there long after you. And you were kick flipping that road barricade.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's not average. Like as a warm-up sort of trick.
Yeah.
To me, I don't know, to a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh, maybe street skating.
You think street's more
more my thing? Yeah, for sure.
rails? Like you've had some pretty solid rail. Like
I think like living in Hobart those couple of years, everyone was really good at rails, so I like tried to like step up my game with skating rails. And then immediately after I moved back from there, I was just like hammering rails with Guy and Drakey, just trying to get it done, get as many photos in the mags as I could. And I got, for a couple of years there, I was just so confident on handrails. Like it didn't matter what it was. I'd just jump onto straight away, just jump onto a 50-50, you know, just as the warm up. Like when now, if I was even to roll up to a little rail, like it would take me like an hour to jump onto a 50-50.
totally.
Yeah.
Is there a standout rail trick that you've done over the years that is burnt into your memory as being one of your favourites?
I think the one I was most proud of was a nollie front board on the Castle Hill 12 or 13. It's like this big square rail.
That's at a school, yeah?
Yeah. Castle Hill High School or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't believe I actually did that trick. Like, yeah, just doing a nollie front board now, yeah, on like a little skate park rail, I'll probably get hurt. Like,
a lot can go wrong with that trick, eh?
Yeah, fully. And there was like a bin right at the bottom of the rail. Like you can see in Guy's sequence, it's just like if I'd messed up at any point, like your leg could just go in the bin at the bottom and just break off, you know?
Mm.
I'm like, man, I don't even remember thinking about that bin at the bottom, where now it's just like, no way I would do that. Yeah.
Dude, I think I've seen the sequence or the footage as well.
Yeah.
It's gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a while ago too.
Yeah, that was early 20s, yeah.
Yeah, so like 2000 and, what would you say, 2012, 13? I don't know. 14? I can't know. A while ago.
A while ago, yeah.
Still.
Probably like 10 years ago, yeah.
Like, and I think that's like, I mean, people do gnarly rail shit, but like pretty progressive. Like in terms of like competition skating, like you sort of said that you pick a select competition because you like the vibe of it.
Yeah.
But if we go back to when you were sort of more focused on competing seriously, like what was one of the standout competitions for you that you won that you really were proud of?
I think there was actually one I came second in that I'm the most proud of. It was like one of the first kind of comps where they'd built like a street like course in a public place. It was somewhere in the middle of Sydney. And they built this big kink rail down some stairs. And I think it was like Chima Ferguson won. I came second.
No way.
Pretty sure Dane Berman might have came third.
Dude.
But I just remember like everyone that day, because it just felt so new, that kind of comp format. Everyone was just going so hectic. And where they'd set it up, there's balconies all around us. Like the crowd was just vibing it hard, and it was epic. Like, yeah. Like,
dude, but like just when you think about the names that you were surrounded with, like Chima, Dane, I know that you've competed against Tommy Flynn, Shane O'Neill, who I think they both skate on the Street League tour now, or comp. They did. Did they Street League?
Yeah, I think
Tommy Flynn's Street League, isn't it?
Both still in there. Yeah.
I mean, how does it feel to be up there with those guys in a period of time, and like especially like to see what they've gone on to now? Like,
yeah.
How do you feel?
It seems a bit surreal now because it's, they've dedicated their whole adult lives to skating, and it's really like they've done some amazing stuff now. But yeah, it feels surreal now that I was, once upon a time competing with those guys. Like,
well, here's my question though: why do you feel like some people do go to that next level? I mean this in a respectful way, like not saying that you didn't or you couldn't. But what do you think was the difference between, say, I mean, we know Chima, for example, is just a freak. He's just so naturally gifted. But Dane and those other guys. Like, how do you? Why do you think those guys? Some people go to that next level. Is it just because they go all in?
I think, just going all in, not having any doubt about what they're trying to achieve. Where, I'm sure there's plenty of guys like myself.
Do you feel like you lacked that?
For sure, yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe just the way I was raised, the schooling I got, just to play it safe in some regard. And also I got married really young, which played a part in me kind of not following out certain things too. But yeah.
Do you think that sort of changed your priorities a little bit at the time?
Yeah, for sure. I think we got engaged at 19, we're married at 20, so.
Do you mind if I ask, like, why so young? Was it just we were fully in love, or?
I was head over heels in love, and she was like pretty hectic Christian, so that was pretty much a requirement for us to get married. But I think I kind of probably underestimated how much pressure it actually is to have to worry about another human being, emotionally, financially, all that, So.
Yeah, especially at 19.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm turning 4. You know what? I'll say it. I'm turning 44 on Friday.
Yeah,
and I'm still trying to work it out, dude.
Yeah,
yeah. Like that's. I think it's quite admirable that you did that.
Yeah.
Like, and what an awesome life lesson too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I guess too, because I think about that too. Like, Dustin Dolan's an example for me because he was kind of in that era when I was skating a lot.
Yeah.
Like I said, he was always freakishly good. Like, I remember when Dustin was cruising around doing kickflip indies over every transition hip in Australia.
Yeah.
That was sort of his only trick he had, but he sort of had this next level determination as a little kid. He used to be sponsored by this distributor called Koala Distribution.
Yeah. And I used to rock those hats hard, the Koala ones. I had like 5 different colours.
Yeah. But what I really am inspired with Dustin, I mean, I don't think he had a lot of support at home. I think he came from probably a challenging background.
Yeah.
And what impresses me with that guy so much too is like, he just went fuck it and just literally just went all in. I think he lived in America illegally for a period of time.
Yeah.
Like, just did whatever he could do, like sleeping on everyone's lounge.
Yeah.
And then
that's
really,
the thing. Yeah, you've got to be that free to almost do that too. Like just go couch surf and
and it's like it's courageous. So it takes a lot of courage.
Yeah.
And then on another hand, like I've got a friend who's a pro skier. He was a downhill skier. He's retired now. And same thing. Like I watched him over the years. He just literally had to give up like everything. Like schooling, gone. Relationships. He couldn't have a serious relationship. Yeah, man. It's pretty special, man.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, man, so let's go back a little bit. So you moved back to Wollongong, got married, and then really started skating hard. Did you you said you were working as well, but I do want to tap into a little bit your back issue that you had.
Oh yeah.
So when did that sort of come into play?
That was with me my whole life, to be honest.
Really?
I remember the first time I went to a doctor about it, I was 12. I got my mum to take me to a doctor when I was 12 because I was like, my back just hurts all the time. I can't sit all day in class. Like it just hurts. And that doctor actually like diagnosed it perfectly. He was like, you've got a pars defect, which is like this little break in the bottom of your last like vertebrae. And it just progressively got worse as I got older. So, but yeah, my mum actually didn't even believe him. She just thought he was bullcrapping. So nothing got done about it until I was, an adult, and I just tried to sort it out myself. But
She's like, nah, he'll be right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's only a gap in his spine.
Yeah, legit. Yeah.
Dude, it's so funny you could laugh about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so then, and like, how did it hinder your skateboarding then? Like,
it was just like unstable basically. So like it was always sore, but sometimes I could just be like tying my shoelace and my back would just tweak out and I'll be like, all right, I'm not skating for a week or 2 weeks. Like
just spasm? Muscle spasm around it?
Yeah, it would just like lock up and I'll just be absolutely cooked. Like, but yeah, I was just constantly, going to chiropractors or acupuncture, yoga, just doing everything I possibly could to keep moving. And yeah, did that right up all the way up until I had back surgery. I was just always trying to find a new way to relieve the pain. Yeah.
No way, dude. And then eventually you got an operation, yeah? Yeah.
I got a fusion for my last 2 joints. So they just got rid of my last 2 joints in my back. And it's just one really long vertebrae with a bunch of screws now. So, yeah.
And how is it?
It's good. It's stiff, but it's good. Like, yeah, I can sit here and talk to you and not really have to think about it too much where, yeah, before I had surgery, it's so hard. It was so hard for me to concentrate because I'd just be like,
uncomfortable. Yeah, and I'm sorry, this lounge is kind of uncomfortable. Like, I thought of you actually. I thought, oh man, I hope this doesn't hurt his back.
I'm sweet. Yeah, I'm sweet. Yeah.
Would you say it did slow you down a little bit overall, especially in your 20s?
Yeah, for sure. I think, yeah. I actually remember being on a few like tours and stuff with brands and my back tweaked out like mid-trip and it was like, oh, damn, like I'm done for the rest of this tour. Like I'm not getting any more photos or footage. So
oh man, that must have been hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, like would you get like did you get frustrated and probably disappointed?
Yeah, probably more just disappointed. Just like really, I always really wanted to do my best in those kind of circumstances, and definitely held me back in that aspect.
Oh man, it's gnarly. Yeah, I had some back issues actually, just at the end of last year, and I actually think it was caused by stress, but. It's so debilitating. Like I couldn't do a thing.
Yeah,
like, I just had to. Like I could even. I mean, I've got 2 little kids. I couldn't pick up my kids. I couldn't move. I couldn't get out of chairs. Like I couldn't talk to people. Like it was just the worst. So.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
So like now, like you've had the operation, and do you feel like in some ways like you feel stronger?
Yeah, I definitely feel more like a bit more indestructible again. Like, but stiffer at the same time. Like maybe I've lost a bit of athleticism since doing it, having the surgery. Like just I'm a bit slower, bit stiffer, just can't save myself as much but
save yourself when you're like bailing a trick or something?
Yeah, just like reaction time is a bit slower for whatever reason, like, or maybe that's just age, but I kind of just feel like it's my body not working like in as much like in unison, you know what I mean? Like, but all around I can take a big fall and like I don't have to worry about my back tweaking out, like, which is really cool. Like,
I want to fast forward a little bit, like just. I'm just so stoked to have a skateboarder on the podcast. Like, I just love talking about skating. I love it. But I've sort of seen you skate a little bit recently, and I've seen a bit of video footage that Granny's shown me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, at the moment, how would you rate your skateboarding? Do you feel like you're skating like at a level that you're happy with? Because it seems like you're skating really well.
I'm pretty happy with how I'm skating. I feel
at
like
the moment?
I feel like I'm like probably the most skillful I've ever been on a skateboard.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. But
why do you think you're more skillful then?
I think because I can just skate for hours and kind of muck around with technical stuff without the back playing in my mind. Like,
okay.
Where before I was just like go all out because I know like it just might tweak out. So I don't know. Yeah.
But also it could be a product of being older and wiser and
for sure, yeah. That
got
too.
That experience too.
Yeah. So yeah, I just go way smaller with the stuff I do now, but yeah, I just muck around for hours. Just
Like, are you enjoying it more than you ever have?
For sure. Yeah, I actually am. Yeah. I'm actually learning more stuff than I ever had previously. Like more frequently I learn more stuff. I'm like, wow, I'm 30 and I'm still learning. It's cool.
Dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, I watched this briefly skate at Fairy Meadow a few weeks ago, and then, like I said, I seen some footage of you skating that barricade up in the mountain there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't know, bro. Like, my sense is I feel like you haven't peaked yet.
Oh,
I mean it.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, if you look at like skateboarders now, especially if they look after their bodies, I mean, 30's young.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Well, I actually did some yoga today, and I was like, yeah, man, why did I ever stop doing this? I'm like, just feel amazing right now. So.
Have you always been into like a bit of a healthy lifestyle?
I feel I was up until I had back surgery, I feel like.
Right.
So I felt like I had to do everything possible to just keep moving. When now, since I've had it, I've gotten really, really unhealthy.
Do you party?
I party, I drink way too much, eat way too much junk food.
But skating better than ever.
Yeah.
So there's a correlation there.
Yeah. Yeah. Typical.
That's interesting. Hey,
Yeah.
do you think that I don't know, like, because I do know that you had an MMA fight.
Yeah.
Like, talk me through that. Why did you have an MMA fight? It's so random.
It is random.
And you seem like too nice a guy to want to punch the shit out of someone.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't mind punching on every now and again. No, I haven't done it in the streets in a very, very long time. But
Dude, it just goes to show, man, like, you don't know who you're messing with in the streets.
Yeah.
So what was that about? Like, why? Like, why'd you have, what's going on?
Well, at the time when I started training MMA, I was living in Mossvale up in the Highlands, and I was just getting bored. I didn't have many people to skate with during the week. Like on the weekends, I'd always go to Sydney, try and hang out with Guy and Drakey and stuff. But during the week, I'll just get bored. So there was this little MMA gym down the road, and I just gave it a go, and then trained for about a year, I guess, and then had a proper fight. But
So wait up. So you were training for a year. At what point in that training did you say to your trainer, I want to have a fight? Or did they approach you?
I think my trainer approached me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there was a bunch of us that ended up having fights on the same night in this ghetto pub in Goulburn, and it was hectic. It was packed out, like people punching holes in the walls. They were getting so psyched up. It was crazy. Yeah.
So I was in Goulburn in a pub.
Yeah.
Did you get paid?
I didn't get paid. I did it for free. Yeah.
What? They didn't give you any of the bar tab?
Nah, nothing. But
Like they give you free beer after the fight?
No.
What?
Yeah, but
So,
I didn't care. I loved it. It was sick.
and so, like, what was the atmosphere? Was the atmosphere like? Okay, so you walked into the cage. Like, what was the atmosphere in the pub like? Like, people like screaming at you, or
I can't remember if they were screaming at me, but it was like hectic. Like people were psyched up. Like it was packed out. People were psyched up.
how did you feel walking in? Like, how were the nerves? Describe it.
I felt like I didn't breathe for like until we started fighting. Like I walked out to Give Me Shelter by the Stones.
Did you pick that?
Yeah, I picked that.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's a sick song.
And then, we kind of stared off, had the ref say the rules or whatever. And
Like, what weight division?
it was lightweight, 70 kilos. So it was super light for me. Like,
Yeah.
I really struggled.
Because I'm 70 kilos and you're way bigger than me.
Yeah, I'm 90 now. So it's.
What?
Yeah.
You're 20 kilos lighter.
Yeah.
Who are you, man? So, and then, who was the guy you fought?
Ryan Green. He was from Goulburn, like a MMA gym in Goulburn, but he had done it for a long time. Like so.
And how many rounds was it set for, and how many rounds did it go for? So was it three rounds?
Yeah, it was 3 rounds.
5 minutes?
I think it was shorter, but
Still.
we made it to the second round. So
And how'd you win?
I got him in a headlock, like standing up. It was like a schoolboy headlock. He dropped, like tried to like was trying to wrestle me up against the fence, and he just like put his head under my arm, and I just like full schoolboy joked him, and he tapped.
Did you give him like a little like what do you do? You rub their knuckles on top of them?
I was actually.
You choke him out?
Yeah.
Did he pass out?
No, he didn't pass out. He tapped.
He tapped.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. But he was actually like close to being like to beating me because he was heaps better at wrestling than me, like way better at wrestling. But in the first round, I actually knocked him down and like was like real close to knocking him out. But I made a mistake by like trying to wrestle a bit with him like on the ground, and he just like fully reversed it on me. But,
okay.
And then second round, I was just absolutely exhausted, and he was just going to out wrestle me the rest of the fight, and then he just made that mistake, putting his head under my arm.
And you just like, what are you thinking in that situation? Like, does all the training and the technique stuff just go out the window, and you just go into like full on survival mode?
Yeah. Oh, no, I definitely was like remembering what to do for sure. But yeah, exhaustion was just like the biggest thing on my mind, I think. Just like, adrenaline dump type thing, and just, and cutting all the weight the day before, like would have messed me up.
How'd you do it? Sauna?
In a bathtub, and then just in a sweatsuit with a jump rope. Like, I think we did 4 kilos the day before. So,
what?
Yeah.
You must have been exhausted.
Yeah. I looked like absolute shit the day before, like so drawn out and skinny, like messed up. And then we did the weigh-in. I ate a bunch. And
okay.
Yeah.
So you probably put on a couple of kilos overnight.
Yeah.
A kilo or 2. No way. Yeah. Like, do you follow like the UFC and stuff now?
Yeah. I'm so into it.
Are you
hardcore into it?
Yeah. I've only just started getting right into it. Like, I've always really enjoyed training for Muay Thai kickboxing.
Yeah.
And I actually sort of shied away from the UFC for many years. Like, I don't know, personally, I'd get really disturbed when I'd see guys getting knocked out and all the blood and stuff.
Yeah, right.
But just recently, I'm just starting to really appreciate the art of it, and just how tough and how tuned up those guys are, like physically.
Yeah.
Like, their mental and physical endurance is fucking amazing.
It's incredible, yeah. I don't think there'd be another sport where guys would have to, be that fit, like that, on point.
Yeah. Do you have any favourite fighters?
Favorite fighters.
Is that a tough call to put on the spot?
Yeah, shit. There's so many good ones in the UFC.
Yeah.
But maybe John Jones over the past 10 years, just because he's just kind of effortlessly beat people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, I just watched Max Holloway in that Qatar.
Oh, yeah, I watched that.
That was an amazing fight.
Yeah, the other night too, yeah. Hectic.
Max Holloway looks amazing, doesn't he?
Yeah. I don't know how someone can have that much cardio. Like, it doesn't seem real.
Well, did he break some record for most strikes ever in the UFC?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Like, it was like 170 strikes in a fight. Like, how fit would you have to be?
Was it? I feel like it was more. Yeah.
Maybe more.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was like 170, like, well, they have like the ones that connect and the ones that don't connect. It was like 170 connected strikes or something.
Yeah, which is crazy when there's like, weight classes way below him that, should be throwing more punches. Like,
yeah, right, hey?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
So, listen, man, I want to hit you up about, firstly, I got to, like, while we're talking about favorites, and again, it's always such a treat for me to have skateboarders on here. Who would you regard as your favorite skateboarder of all time?
Ooh, favorite skater of all time. Probably Jamie Thomas.
Yes.
Jamie Thomas.
Nice.
Yeah. Just because I was.
Why?
I think he was the first skateboarder that I was just like, wow, like that is incredible, I went to a Zero video premiere in Sydney when I was 12, I think, with my sister's boyfriend at the time that was a sponsored skater. And yeah, just watching that Zero video,
Which one was it? Welcome to Hell?
No, Dying to Live.
Dying to Live. Yeah.
And it was, I probably watched that video on repeat for like next couple of years, just every single day. Yeah.
Such a good movie.
Yeah. And then,
nice.
obviously, I was drawn to handrails from that as well.
Yeah. Can imagine.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the first time I seen Jamie Thomas skate live, showing my age a bit. We're in Belconnen, and there's a double flight of stairs at that institution that's next to the skate park at Belco Skate Park. I don't know what it is. And I think
prior
to that,
massive
double set.
Yeah.
And then Alan, I remember years ago, Alan Peterson. Do you remember him? I used to skate for like I'm having a mental blank.
Yeah, he was.
Anyway,
he was
old school
tranny skater.
Yeah. Anyway, he trained a bit of a tranny guy, but he ollied it, and it was actually in one of those 4-on-1 videos. It was like a my war. He battled it like 1,000 tries just to ollie it.
Yeah.
And I remember Jamie Thomas turned up to it, and he just went over to it. I don't think he even skated the skate park, and like the word just went around the skate park. Oh, Jamie Thomas is over at the double set, and by the time we ran over there, he'd already ollied it. Like I think he ollied it second shot and just landed it. And then we got over there and he tried to frontside 180 it, and he landed the frontside 180 first shot, and then like he stomped it and then fell off.
Yeah.
And then he went back up and did it on the third time or something like that. It was just like, wow, this guy's on another level.
It was hectic. Yeah, that thing is huge. Yeah.
It was massive. And this was like mid to late 90s. It was just like, wow, man.
Yeah.
But again, like for me, guys like him, I just get really impressed with how they do life as well.
For sure.
You know, that's how those guys just have stayed around so long, you know.
I actually met him once in Melbourne. He judged a comp that I was in.
Which one?
It was the one.
The one you won?
The one I won against,
way.
Shane and Tommy, yeah.
You mean Shane O'Neill and Tommy Flynn? Like, I can't believe you beat Shane O'Neill in it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
But Jamie Thomas was actually judging that comp.
No way,
And then that night was the Slam Skater of the Year party, and a video part I'd been working on, Quick Flick 4, was premiering at the party.
Amazing.
So, we had the after party for the comp, and my video premiered. Jamie saw it. He was hyped. He actually came up to me and asked me to come stay at the Black Box warehouse in America. But
what happened?
I was about to get married and I just didn't go. But definitely.
That's a surreal moment, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
That's one of those moments you have, one of those dreams you have as a kid.
Yeah, I'd fully idolized him all my teenage years, and then there he was asking me to come and stay.
Yeah. He seems to really like Aussie skaters.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he used to sponsor Wade Burkett back in the day, the old Sydney skater.
Yeah.
And same with, and then like Dane Berman.
Yeah.
Who else has been Aussie that was on there?
Gabbers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Gabbers currently, yeah.
So,
Matt Mumford.
Matt Mumford from Queensland.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day. So,
yeah,
you would have fit right in on that team.
Yeah. At the time, for sure, that was what I was trying to be. You know, just a handrail dog.
Like when you were in that comp and you knew someone like Jamie Thomas was judging.
Yeah.
I mean, how were you dealing with nerves? Like, and how do you deal with that nervous feeling that we'd all get?
I think I was just going for it, you know, like I think in those comps though, those ones that I was talking about earlier, that one was one of these where it was built for me pretty much like kinked handrail stairs, like do or die type of skating. And at the time I was do or die about skating. I was like, if it was the street or a comp, I was going to just try the hardest shit I could. And I really didn't care how hurt I was going to get. Like, I just wanted to do it, you know.
Just pure desire.
Pure desire, like, and self-destruction as well. For some reason, I don't know why, but yeah, a part of skating for me at the time, like teenage years and early 20s was about self-destruction as well. Like,
why?
I don't know, to be honest. Maybe just a bit of rebelling against life, or I actually don't know. But now I don't feel like that about skating at all, like that self-destruction type mentality. Like I wanted to try and do stuff without getting hurt at all, which still is impossible. But yeah, at the time I really didn't care. Like,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I want to. So I guess now that you are a bit older and you are in a situation where you do get nervous, whether it's like you've got a different mindset, you're more about self-preservation.
Yeah.
Well, do you have a process for dealing with some apprehension or nerves, whether it be in skating or life? Because we're all faced with moments of anxiety about doing something.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you do in those situations?
Maybe lean on some of the yoga and stuff I've done over the years, just deep breathing, tell myself, it's actually fine, put yourself in a weird situation and it's actually, probably going to be a good thing, But, I guess the yoga.
Just the yoga. I love it. I'm fully searching for some deep answer and stuff. You're like, oh, I guess the yoga. Is that what you want me to say?
Yeah, you're not going to get heaps of deep out of me. I don't know.
No, but I get it. And I think you're actually maybe fundamentally, I think you're the opposite to me because you're like, I overthink shit.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the thing. Maybe just don't overthink shit.
Yeah.
You think that's maybe the key to it?
Maybe as I've gotten older, actually, I don't think as much about stuff. Yeah.
It's good, man. Dude, I love it.
Yeah.
Now listen, man. It's been almost an hour. It's been epic, and I'm just so grateful to have you on. And I ask all guests to come to the podcast with a cause, something they want to support or advocate for. So, do you have anything you want to sort of raise awareness about?
Yeah, for sure. My sister in Hobart actually started a charity called Be Her Freedom, which basically buys children out of human trafficking. And
amazing.
She does that all over the world, and it's pretty amazing what it's become. So definitely shout out to that. Yeah. Amazing.
So Be Her Freedom, and I'll put a link to that in your episode show notes.
Yeah.
And can we also put in help Stephen Ellis get a car?
Yeah, for sure.
He's a friend of yours?
Yeah, he's a good mate of mine. So yeah, Steve's disabled with amputee at the legs, so he's needed a car forever, but it obviously needs to be a specialized car for him. And he's close to getting there. So if anyone wants to go to that GoFundMe page, that'd be rad too. Definitely. Yeah. Shout out to Jared Reese for setting that up. Yeah. Legend. Stove. I mean, how did you meet Stove anyway? Maybe just through friends, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Just being a skater in Wollongong. Yeah. He's a pretty likable character. Yeah, he's a legend. Yeah. We've done some fun trips together. We drove to Perth together once, which busload of guys. It was with the Super Happy Fun crew? Yeah, the Super Happy Fun crew. Yeah. How did that get started? So it started with my mates Rodney and Corey, and I think they were just doing T-shirts 15 years ago or something. But there's been a few of us, myself, Marty Girotto, Callum Crinnis. There's probably some more that have done some stuff with the brand over the years. But yeah, it's been cool. And you've got boards and stuff. Yeah. And you do the designs and stuff like that, or? My brother helped heaps with the designs that we're currently doing on the boards. But yeah. And what about the shapes of them? Who picks the shapes? Because I've seen them and I find those boards quite uniquely shaped. Yeah. Because they're very ambidextrous. Yeah. So me and Marty picked the shapes for the current boards. And we basically just had to go, you have to go through so many measurements on we got them through Hardcore in Melbourne. And you don't know exactly how they're going to turn out, but we were going for flat concave, shorter boards, get them to flip around faster. And I just feel like they feel good on your feet. And that, like you said, kind of the nose and tail are really similar. So you don't feel like you're, whichever way you're riding the board, it's not a big change. Yeah. Yeah. Do you really think flat concave makes a difference to flip tricks? I feel like it just feels so much better under my feet. Like,
Okay.
yeah, if I like have a board with heaps of concave and I land back on it, I feel like it just hurts your feet as well. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Is that you've just picked up on that?
yeah, I've
That's
just picked
interesting.
over. Yeah, yeah.
Do you ride what sort of trucks do you ride?
I just got indies on at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Loose?
Yeah. Pretty loose. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like day one song loose?
Nah, not day one song
Okay.
list. That's crazy.
It is crazy.
He runs one bushing in one of his trucks.
That's it, hey?
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it. Actually, you know what? Sorry. Again, this is me skate fanning out.
Yeah.
What was your first ever skateboard?
I think I just had like a one kick from Kmart.
Yeah,
But
right.
I was stoked on it. I think it was a big lion on the bottom.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember.
What about first ever proper skateboard? Do you remember?
I feel like it would have been a hand-me-down from Joey Dodd, which was my sister's boyfriend.
Yeah. I remember Joey died.
Yeah. So he would have probably given me my first proper one.
He was a great skateboarder.
Yeah.
Nice one. What about who would you say your favourite local skater's been over the years, if you had to pick one?
Oof. So many, but I think
Who's influenced you? Yeah.
Barry Strawn, I reckon, is like
Barry.
He's the
Everyone
best.
says Barry.
The best local / best Aussie skater ever.
He is, isn't he?
I feel like he's just so underappreciated. Like, man, he's definitely got a bunch of his own tricks, like that he could call his own tricks that no one else has probably ever done.
It's crazy, hey?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah.
He's been around forever
Yeah.
and just so passionate.
So passionate and just, man, just so talented. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, again, showing my age, for someone who knew Barry before he had kids,
Yeah.
to then see his son, like Lennon,
Yeah. Ripping.
with like ripping, but he's an incarnation of his father. Like
Fully.
the style is just, you can tell it's genetic.
Fully, yeah. He fully, skates just like his dad. Yeah, it's nuts.
But then sort of modern day version.
Yeah.
It's just like really inspiring
Yeah.
as a father.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. I haven't seen Barry around in years, but
Yeah.
you see him around much? Or?
Yeah, I still see him around, yeah.
Cruises
yeah.
around?
Yeah. Usually just walking on the beach or something.
Yeah. So you're getting into surfing as well.
Oh, yeah. The last 6 months I've been like fully addicted.
How's it going?
It's slow, but I'm actually like, I can ride a wave now. And
Okay.
like, yeah, it's the best feeling ever. Like, I can't believe I didn't do it before.
Oh, really? After growing up near the beach?
Yeah. Yeah, it's nuts.
Well, like, what does it do for you that's different to skating?
I just feel like my body feels so good from it as well. Like, riding the waves, awesome. Like, but just even paddling out there and just being in the water, I can't believe like how good my body feels lately. Like, just even bending the other way, like you're bending your back the other way instead of being hunched over all the time, you know? Like,
Well, dude, I'll drop some info on you. Like, apparently there's magnesium, that mineral magnesium in seawater, and that's a natural muscle relaxant.
yeah, right.
And so apparently when you're in seawater for long periods of time, you absorb it through osmosis, and, you're actually you're relaxing your muscles. So you're literally helping your muscles out, and it's a good recovery. And then they say combined with the vitamin D of sun, it's a really good way to boost your immune system.
Yeah, crazy.
It's true. And like as a school teacher, I just find like all the little surf kids are always so healthy. Like they're really healthy, strong little kids. From that paddling and being in the ocean, it's
for sure.
so good.
Yeah. I'm so into it. Yeah.
That's right, dude.
Yeah.
What sort of board have you got?
I've got a 6'6" fish board. Like it's
a swallowtail, twin fin, or
nah, it's got 3.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like heaps floaty. It's like 52 liters. Like
What?
It's really floaty.
52 liters. Sounds like a mini mount.
Yeah, it's hectic. But
That's good. That's what you need when you're starting out.
Yeah. But yeah, I still miss waves. Like I can't like.
It's hard, hey.
Sometimes I'm like, how am I not paddling hard enough? But I'm not. Like,
well, that's the thing. Like some of the best surfers, like my mate Nathan, for example, I watch him. He barely paddles, but It's all about reading the ocean and being. He just seems to be in the position, and I'll see him turn and just like 1-2 paddles, boom, he's on the way. Like,
yeah, wow. Yeah.
So it's this chess game really with nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice, man.
Yeah.
That's so sick. Like, I love it how, like, because when I was growing up, it was sort of, if you're a skater, you're a skater. If you're a surfer, you're a surfer. And if you were, if you tried to surf and you're a skater, it's like you don't cross over sort of thing.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a rivalry there.
Yeah.
But I like how more skaters are getting into it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm super inspired by that Curran Caples.
Oh, man.
I mean, he surfs amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
And skates just as good.
Yeah. Yeah. His style is just so effortless and flowy.
Yeah.
Just looks like he's having a good time.
It does, eh?
Yeah.
Who else? Like, Mason Silver.
Oh, is he a good surfer? Yeah,
his whole family, like, he's from a family of really good surfers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got I was like Nathan Fletcher, who's like a legendary old surfer, but he skates as well.
Oh, Grayson Fletcher as well.
Well, then his son is Grayson Fletcher, who just skates. He doesn't, I think he surfs a little bit, but he's mainly a skateboarder.
Okay, yeah.
And then like John Florence, he skates as well. And then I think he's one of the most progressive surfers of the new generation. And I really believe he's one of the few surfers I watch, and you can see that skate influence in him.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah,
it's good.
It's cool. Yeah,
it's good that skating's influencing surfing.
Yeah, yeah. So, it's rad.
I don't know, man. Anyway, man.
Sick.
Anyway, listen, bro. How you feeling? How's your back feeling?
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I'm all good.
Well, listen, man. I'll put a link to that awesome cause that Sam has raised about called Be Her Freedom. I'll put a link to that in Sam's show notes, along with a link to the Help Stephen Ellis Get a Car GoFundMe, and you can find Sam's episode on terriblehappytalks.com. If you go to that page, there's also links to all the platforms that this podcast is published on, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Stitcher, Overcast, Podcast Addict, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn Radio. Now, listen, Sam, I've got some presents for you, bro.
What?
Yeah, so I got some presents. You're like, where are they, dude? The first present, like every single one of our guests, you'll be getting a pair of Indosole shoes in the mail from our friends at Indosole.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I'll have to get you,
Thank you.
Now you're a surf dog. You'll have your thongs or slides.
Yeah.
So they'll be sending you a pair. So I have to get your shoe size. So a big thanks to our friends at Indosole.
Sick.
They every guest gets a pair. So, and if you go to their website indosole.com, you can check out their range. They've got some awesome slides, crossovers, and flip flops. And if you use code THT worldwide, you'll get a 15% discount. Now the other present, Sam, don't get too excited. I give these to all guests.
Okay.
You get the THT Circle logo sticker, and I only give these out to people that have been on the show. So you're now alumni of the podcast, and there's only 91 of these in circulation.
Oh, hell yeah.
So thanks, brother.
Straight to the fridge door for this.
Fridge door, bar fridge?
Yeah. Oh, well, it's basically a bar fridge. So,
is it?
Yeah.
You
But
drink a lot of beer?
I do, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. See, I find you funny. Like, you're super fit and strong, but like you're drinking the beer and the bad food. Like,
yeah, I think just the amount of exercise I do, I kind of get away with it, but it can't be good on the inside.
do you skate every day?
Usually, yeah.
Well, like, I mean, you're working at the moment as well?
Yeah, working on the wharf, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just unloading ships, yeah.
How is that?
It's all right. It's like 7-day week shift work though. So every day I get a message telling me what I'm doing the next day, which is kind of rough. So
yeah,
but
cool.
It's good money. Like
cool.
Yeah.
My friend does it actually in Newcastle, but they call him like a stevedore.
Stevedore, yeah.
Is that? Yeah, he loves it.
He loves it. Yeah, right,
I think he loves the money.
Or you got to love the money. Like, it is good money. But
why is it such good money? Is it dangerous?
Some of it's dangerous. Yeah. And,
why? Because you're lifting those shipping containers off and stuff.
Yeah. Like if you're working with the cranes or in the crane, like it's, doing 12-hour night shifts and stuff like that. You got to be on the ball so no one dies. But, yeah.
Sorry, just the way you deliver things. so no one dies.
Well, it's actually happened a few times. Like,
has it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gnarly.
One of the crane drivers killed someone at like here in Wollongong
Oh, no.
a couple of months ago.
Oh, that's terrible.
And then one in Sydney too. So
Oh, okay. So it's real deal.
yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry.
No, that's all good.
Yeah. Do you guys? I used to have a friend who used to like drive cars off the boat.
Yeah, it's mostly driving.
You
cars.
do that?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, man, I drove a Maserati today and shit like
right.
that."
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Driving off the boats.
Yeah.
Is it fun or is it just like, oh, I got to drive?
Oh, yeah. I don't even like pay attention to the cars anymore. I just get in, do it again.
That's right, though.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like, I'm just laughing because I said to my friend the other day, like, man, like, I want as little responsibility, like a job.
Yeah,
Is that what you've got?
That's pretty much it. Yeah. You just, not much responsibility. You don't have to talk to bosses and stuff. You can kind of just chuck sickies, like, because there's so many of us, like, you don't call bosses to chuck a sickie. You just do it through this, like,
You text them.
Yeah, this like phone system thing they got set up. Yeah, it's pretty sick.
What? It's the same with my job. Send a text. Yeah, no more uncomfortable phone call where you're like, oh, heaps.
Yeah.
I'm so sick.
Yeah.
Just send a text message. I'm not coming in today.
Yeah.
Like, what's next? What do you think's next for you? Like, where do you see yourself in the next, 5 years or so?
It's hard to say. I was actually thinking about moving to Melbourne in mid this year. So
Nice.
just for a change, because
Skate scene?
the skate scene, yeah, just sick of doing the same old around here. But
Would you say you're still chasing the skate dream?
not really. I feel like it's just too hard to even chase it here in Wollongong. Like,
Or Sydney?
yeah, maybe if I spent more time in Sydney, I could still get myself to feel like that. But I think maybe if I was in Melbourne, I might actually like get off my ass and do some more shit. So,
Well, I mean, what's next for Super Happy Fun Crew then? You still going to make boards?
I might just do drips and drops here and there, but I'm not taking it too serious at the moment. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you think there's potential for you to like get reinvigorated with it?
Yeah, maybe down the line for sure. But yeah, I feel like it comes in waves. It always has the last 15 years for everyone.
Do you reckon like the skate industry is like the toughest industry to make a living in or get anywhere in?
Oh, I think in Australia it's heaps hard. Like, seems like Americans make some good money out of it. Like even the skaters like are making good money, but here in Australia, trying to make money out of it, especially as a skater, is just like crazy hard.
Yeah, I can imagine. But it's just so good.
It is.
It's just such a good thing to do.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Regardless of for me, regardless of whether I'm trying like making money or not, I don't care. It's just I just want to do it every day anyway. Yeah.
I can tell.
Yeah.
That's right, dude. Man, I'm so stoked to have you on. Anyway, well, listen, I think that's us, man. Anything you want to end on? Anything profound? Anything deep, Sam? Anything, spiritual,
Spiritual.
I don't know, like something deep, like you want to, something. I'm just joking.
No, I've got nothing.
I'm just joking. No, you've got something, man. You've got something. You're deep.
Actually, I did think of something earlier today. But,
what's that? I was about to start the outro music. I was about to outro you out.
No, I've fully forgotten what it was, so you can start it, yeah.